Moment finally happened. The guy that keeps telling y'all that he's the BMW Jaguar guy finally gets to review a BMW. You know, the 6 Series used to be my favorite BMW growing up. I just always liked the design. But now we're talking about its predecessor, the 8 Series. Tap in. As far as the design of the 8 Series go, BMW just keeps it simple. That's just what they've always done. The 2 Series is just a bigger version of the 1 Series. 3 Series is the bigger version of the 2 Series. 4 Series is the bigger version of the 3 Series. 5 Series still remains kind of like in a class of its own. It's not like a smaller version or a bigger version to that. You could say the 4 and the 3, but the 5 Series kind of like stand out in its own. The 6 Series, I'm not sure if they're discontinued, but the 8 Series is pretty much the predecessor, and the 8 Series body is just a longer version to the 6 Series. That's just to make it simple. There's no badge on it to show what series it is, but this is the 8 Series, and that makes it difficult because when you see it, you're gonna think it's a 6 Series from afar, but if you would be very detailed and picky about it, you would start seeing the difference in it. But the 8 Series, the best way to explain it is just a longer version to the 6 Series. The inside is spiced up. So when we do the driving and you see the interior, the inside is spiced up, but BMW still need the next car that can do that wow factor. Yeah, man, it's not like it's not an amazing car, bro. It's an amazing car. It's just BMW just kind of made it too low-key now. I don't know if that's a slight or if that's a distinct look, because, you know, once you get behind the BMW, you already know it's BMW. I don't want this to be some type of like expert opinion review. This is just a review just from just a regular car guy. I know certain things about cars. I don't know everything about cars. I ain't in too deep into cars, but I just know a few things about cars, and I know what's cool and what's not cool on cars. 8 Series, it's a cool car, but right now it just don't stick out. The market is probably just so oversaturated now that certain cars just don't stand out as much unless they go the crazy mile. Instead of having a coupe version, get the drop top version. I understand why some people may not want the drop top version just because the cloth for the regular drop top, and I think these only have the cloth version. It makes it look ugly. That's Alright, so last time somebody complained about me sitting on the bolstering in the Lexus C500. I'll try and, you know, it's kind of awkward trying to rightfully sit on it, but whatever, I'm gonna just have to sit like this. If you're gonna get an 8 Series, you gotta make sure it's a 2-door. Don't do no 4-door 8 Series. You might as well just get a 7 Series or a 5 Series. There's no point in getting a coupe and then making it a 4-door. It's just pointless. To me, it's pointless. And the look, it throws the whole look off. When you have it like this, it's sportish looking, it's stylish. See, this one, the 8 Series, I don't think it adopted that whole big front grille, nasty looking M4 grill. Just those big doofy grills, bro. And I do not like it. I can't even get used to it. People will say, yeah, you'll get used to the styling. Nah. But on this 8 Series, the grill just matches. Everything just flows. All right, so enough long talking. Driving, smooth. All for it. Smooth drive. Wouldn't expect nothing less from the newer models of BMW. So this isn't my first time driving an 8 Series. The first time, when I first got into it, this whole bezel glass looking design kind of wowed me. And that's almost like the biggest interior factor of it at the time. Doesn't really wow me so much now. And I'm driving in comfort mode right now, so that's why you're not hearing too much of the sports. And overall, still good. Still good. Go over into sport, put it into sport. Plus, I'm not gonna use the paddle shifters. Sports everything. Turning off the traction control. Whoa. See, it's like their engine mount is going bad or something. That's what it feels like. Pretty fast. And you already know what I like about these. Versus muscle cars, I'm just gonna keep saying this. Versus muscle cars, you do that same thing. The tire and the whole car is probably going one other direction while you're trying to go another direction. Even with stability control completely off, slid out at first, but I kept in a straight line. Any other muscle cars, you just can't speed off like that. And it's funny now to me that when people say you got your car in sport mode, it sounds aggressive. They never sat in an American muscle car. Aggressive is engine going crazy, exhaust going crazy. This just sounds, I wouldn't say aggressive, it just sounds a little more hefty, a little more robust, a little more, ain't aggressive, but to each his own. You see, at nighttime or in a quiet setting, you will hear all the burbles and all the feedback on the inside. I don't know if it's as loud on the outside, but inside you will hear it distinctly. But right now, in traffic, in daytime, with everything around us, I'm in sport mode. Same thing as if I was in a night setting. You don't hear it as much unless you get into a quiet area. Then you can start hearing the engine and the transmission and all that. So you hear it downshifting on its own. Yeah. If you don't maintain a BMW after a while or don't take care of it, you start feeling the repercussions of it. You don't take care of this, something goes bad on it, oh my gosh, you're gonna feel it. But I feel like that goes with saying for every car. But certain cars in particular, you just can't let it go too bad, because if it go too bad, then you just spending more time trying to fix it instead of getting it what you wanted it for, driving to point A, point B. Thing about driving that y'all people gotta learn about driving is you gotta think like 4 different scenarios in your head while you're trying to cut up and trying to drive. All right, if this person slows down, make that right, what I gotta do. If they slow down, make that left, what I gotta do. If they slow down just to slow down, what I gotta do. Your mind kind of constantly always gotta be active in driving. Well, when you're driving that type of driving. If you're just normally driving, and the situation is probably different for every city. Every state always says, oh, we got the worst drivers. Drivers here are trash. Drivers everywhere are trash. And just people who don't know how to drive or don't like driving or just on the road driving. Makes no sense, but they gotta do it. Oh yeah. Speakers are okay in this car. They're not the loudest. BMWs in the early 2000s, they speakers trash. They didn't have no bass, and I don't understand why. Why in the early years? And I think that was a turn off of me, and that was a picky thing for me in cars. I used to start sitting in different type of cars and I like music, so I would turn up the volume, turn up the bass, turn up the treble, equalize everything. And sound system in other cars would just be outstanding. And it's just like, yo, why isn't it hitting like this in the 2000 BMW 528i? Why are my speakers just not going as hard? The bass is trash. You don't feel no subwoofers. Any other car, they got bass and it feel like they got subwoofers in it. Feel like it got amps in it. But in the BMWs, early 2000 BMWs, I don't understand why. The 6 Series didn't have that problem. The 6 Series, which is why I probably like the 6 Series as well. Early 2006 Series didn't have that. They had bass in the car. The 7 Series that I had, the 750 Li, speakers on it was trash. And then on top of that, they didn't even have an aux. Yeah. But I think once BMW started implementing the aux cord, that's when they upgraded their sound system. Yeah, that was a big thing for me when I was younger, just the sound system in cars. And Mercedes always had a good sounding sound system. BMW still got some redeemable stuff y'all can do. BMW isn't fully out of the game. They're not out of there. I don't think BMW will ever be out of there, to be honest. But for me personally, do something like the i8 again. Do something crazy like the i8. Or redo the next gen i8. Or turn the i8 into just a straight engine car, not a hybrid. Or fully electric, who cares?